Hi everybody, thank you for joining us today. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's going to be the red R towards the bottom right. Give us a like, give us some comments. Let us know what you guys think about these videos. So if you guys are looking for a t-shirt printer or a garment printer in general, I'm going to introduce you guys to the Ri4000. Now some of you guys already know this printer, you know what it's capable of. So today guys, a little different. We're actually going to be printing off some jean material. Now to do this, we're going to go ahead and switch out the plans from our medium to our large. That's going to give us about 1.5 inches more printing area. Now these plans are magnetic, guys, so they're pretty easy to come off. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on there. Now the hardest thing is gonna be where you're gonna print on your jeans. So today, guys, we're just gonna do the leg print. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this in right here, and I'm gonna get my hoop. I'm just gonna place it here on top to hold my material in place, and then I'm gonna go ahead and using the little tabs on the table and this little centering tab right here, I'm gonna center my jean material. Once it's centered, guys, we're gonna select the graphic and we're gonna print on it. Now the neat thing about this is the machine has enhancer built in, so there's no need to actually take this material somewhere else and pre-treat it. We can do that all in one. All right, guys, so we have our pan link here set up on our units, and now in case you guys get to where it kind of sinks down here, so you guys don't get like ink misting when you're printing, there's two ways to combat that. So we can go ahead and actually press the material just to make it as flat as possible, or you guys can also get a little piece of cardboard like I have right here, and you can put that inside the material. That way the center part of it gets lifted, so when you do your auto heights, you'll have this area here lifted past these little seams here. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and put two little pieces of cardboard there just to get the center of this pant leg to lift up above the seam lines. Slide those in there real quick, and I'm going to reapply my hoop on there, making sure that it's centered or as center as possible. Now you guys can see now that looks a lot smoother, so that's going to give us a lot better printing area. Okay guys, now we're going to go ahead and go to our control panel, and we're going to do our auto height adjustments. So I'm going to go to my shirt icon, I'm going to select my auto height, and I'm going to select my large plan from my display panel here. And we're just going to make sure that this goes all the way inside the machine before we actually load our graphic. All right, guys, so that's all the way in. Now for the fun part, let's go ahead and get our graphic loaded and we'll start printing. All right, guys, now that we got our material set on the printer, let's go ahead and get a graphic. So today we're going to go to our hot folder, and we're going to use the Black Con hot folder. And I'm going to go ahead and select my graphic. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to reduce the size of this graphic here. It's a little big, and then we're going to see that we have quite a bit of empty space. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of some of that space. We're going to go to our cropping tool, and we're just going to bring our crop lines as close to the graphic as possible without deleting any of the graphic. And there we go. That looks close enough to me. Let's go ahead and hit OK on there. And now we're also going to change the size of our plans. Now to do that, we're going to double click on our image file here, and we're going to go to printer, and then we're going to change it from a medium plan to a large plan. That's going to give us more printing area. It's going to give us about 1.5 inches more printing area. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll close this guy right here. Press OK to load our plan in there. And then you guys remember our material or our pants, and the end part of the legs over here, and the rest of the pants are over here. So we're going to go ahead and rotate this image. So I'm going to rotate this 170 degrees because I want the smaller part of the flowers to go ahead and fit towards the bottom of the jeans. Now to get a good view of how this is going to come out, I'm going to center it, and I'm going to select my print output. So this over here, guys, again, it's going to be the bottom part of the jeans where your foot comes out of. I want the smaller part of that to be on there. Now, if you look at this graphic here, guys, we're going to see how big this is. So this is going to be, the width in total is 19 inches. So that's a lot bigger than a pant leg. So we're going to go ahead and reduce this. Now I'm going to go ahead and reduce it to 6 inches. Now, as you can see, this is proportional cropping. So let's go ahead and try that again, guys. So we're going to make it big here. We're going to center it. We're going to select proportional or deselect it. And then we're going to make this a lot smaller. You guys can see here we are looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So almost 10 inches. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and reduce this because panel legs are not that wide. We're going to go ahead and cut the center of this, and we're going to reduce it. I'm going to bring it down to about 6 inches, and then I'm going to go measure my panel leg. If it's 6 inches, I'm going to go ahead and print it. If not, I'm going to come back and resize it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's bring it in a little more. Okay, so that should be good there. I'm going to go ahead and center it again. And just to give you guys an idea of what settings I am using, I'm going to go ahead and open up my settings panel. I'm going to go to my color correction tab, and I'm going to go to settings. And I'm going to bring that in. So we're going to go ahead and right here where it says enhancer gradient, we're going to have it at 35. But our minimum is set to 0. And my color correction, I got the 0, 0, and 1. So you guys can see I'm using some pretty basic settings. Now, let me go back in here, guys, to advanced settings. I am going to use 2 layers of white. Let me show you where that's at. Go to print mode. We're going to go to layers, use to define. I'm going to use 2 layers of white, 1 layer of color, and 1 layer of enhancer. All right, so we need 2 layers of white because the first layer of white, guys, is going to be the layer that reacts with our enhancer, helps it coagulate, doesn't let it seep through the material. Then our second layer will be our underbase. We want a nice white layer so we can make these colors stand out because they are a little bright, a little light colors. So we want to make sure we have a nice white underbase. Okay, now you got that all set up there. We're going to go ahead and send this over to the printer, and we'll walk over there. We'll measure our panel leg, and if everything looks good, we'll go ahead and start printing. All right, guys, so we are back here at our pants. We're just doing some measurements here. You guys remember there is a center hole that lines up to the center of the plan and the framing here. So I got my ruler, put it close to that little hole, use 2 fingers, kind of brought it across here to make sure that's nice and flat so I can see how my center line is here. Now, if I measure the bottom part of it, my finger on there, just quick measurements, I have about 2.5 inches towards the right here, and about 2.5 towards the left. Okay, you guys remember we resized our graphic to be about 6 inches, which is right here. So that's 6 inches right there. So it looks like it's gonna fit just right in this section right here, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna auto hide our printer again because it's been a minute since we came over here, and it resets back to its home position. So we're gonna hide this, and then we're gonna send this over to print. Again, I'm going to be selecting the large plan from my options on my screen. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a night view there at how the enhancer is printing. Let me just go over here towards the right of my printer. And there goes our enhancer. Now that's really nice about the Ri4000 that I don't need to pre-treat this before I start printing. I just gotta press it, set it, and then once I got my graphics and my sizing all done, I can just go ahead and send the graphic over and print. That's the beauty of it. So we can get you guys a closer view of that. It's kind of faint, hard to see, but it is printing out an outline of my graphic. As you guys know, the enhancer is printed digitally, so it's only going to print in the area where we're going to have ink down. We're going to get a better view of this once it comes over to the color carriage to print our white underbase. Now what it's doing there, guys, it's actually bringing out the whole image, or actually the whole garment back out and bringing it back in, and it's rescanning it just to make sure that none of the garment has lifted, so that when it prints the color, it doesn't come in contact with my carriage. Let me give you guys a little closer view of that, how that's printing. So that's going to be our first layer, which is going to be the layer of white that reacts with the enhancer, what it's doing right now. It's coagulating, so it's not letting the ink sink through the whole material, just part of it, so it sticks nice to our material. And then our second layer of white, that's going to be our underbase. Now once it's done, guys, I am going to press this as a black garment, so I'm going to do 280 degrees for 2 minutes. Alright guys, so yes, it's printing. Alright guys, so right now it's printing our color layer. Let me go ahead and zoom that in for you guys a little bit so you guys can see how that's going on there. Now keep in mind guys that I did use the black cotton hot folder for this. That's going to be 35% enhancer. What I'm going to do is do a couple of prints on this material. I'm going to do a 35 enhancer, 40 enhancer, maybe bring it down to 20, and then I'm going to do some wash tests to see what enhancer value works the best for this material. I'll bring that video up later on, guys. Once I get this at least 10 washes in, I'll post a video of how it comes out, how it's holding out, so you guys can see, and you guys can see what's the best recommendation for the enhancer when printing on this Levi or jean material. Okay guys, so this is about to be done. So I'm bring this camera out a little more so you guys can see the final product. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my hoop from here. And I'm going to remove my little cardboard pieces because I am gonna press this. I don't want to press it with the cardboard in there. just give you guys a quick view of what this looks like. Just gonna bring these pans out. And there you go, guys. That's what it kind of looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and press this, do a few more prints on it at various values of enhancer, do some wash tests, and then I'll get back to you guys with a follow-up video on how it's washing. Thank you again for joining us, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's gonna be the red R towards the bottom right. Give us a like, leave us some comments. Let us know what you guys think about these videos, and we'll see you guys next time.